I call out politicians when they're awful, even if they are conservative, but I also try to show you when they're really, really good. So I have to show you this video from earlier in the week. It's of two Alberta conservative politicians, and they basically take over a standing committee on immigration meeting, and then they make the Liberals sit there and listen to them as they advocate for hundreds of Alberta jobs. It was amazing to watch. The Liberals announced back in October, without consultation, cost analysis, or even warning, that they would be moving the Vegreville Immigration Processing Centre from the perpetually conservative voting riding of Lakeland to a Liberal voting riding in Edmonton, about an hour and a bit away. The loss of nearly 300 jobs in a town of 5,800 people is equivalent to Toronto losing 290,000 jobs overnight. It's going to be devastating, and rural Alberta is already suffering. It's unnecessary and it's political. So Lakeland Conservative MP Shannon Stubbs decided she was going to make the Liberals listen to the letters of her constituents. She was going to put a human face to what the Liberals were about to do to her people, whether the Liberals liked it or not, and they didn't like it one bit. Actually, the Liberals tried to shut her up. When Liberal MP Gary Anandasangari for the Ontario riding of Scarborough Rouge Park tried to shut Shannon Stubbs down, Conservative immigration critic Michelle Rempel was having none of it. Just watch this.
My colleague is completely in order in moving her motion. She's completely in order in laying out the rationale on why it should be supported, especially given that the minister has not met with her, has given zero details on this issue. There are hundreds of thousands of people out of work in Alberta, and her constituency is being materially impacted by this. Not only that, including what the scope of this committee is here today, Mr. Chair, we're actually looking at processing times. This department has made a huge decision to close this plant without releasing any business case information, and I will point out that she gave the minister the opportunity to do that. He did not. She is in order, and she can continue making her remarks.
Yeah, that's a mic drop moment right there. Look at these Liberals. Same old Liberals. Rural Alberta just can't die fast enough for them. And after this, Stubbs went on for an hour, reading the letters and stories of business owners, families, employees of the Vegreville Processing Centre, local mayors, MLAs, farm owners, everyone that felt that they didn't get a say before the Liberals came along and ruined their lives for political reasons. Stubbs was their voice, and at one point, she broke down. Just watch.
Perhaps the most concerning part for me is the effect on our town's young people. Having numerous employment options makes a smaller town more attractive when trying to retain young people and young families. While the Case Processing Centre is one of many great employers in town, it is certainly one of the larger ones and provides young people an entry opportunity into a career in civil service. Additionally, the impact for our youth population will be felt in our local schools.
This is you guys.
With up to 20, oh, how embarrassing, I'm sorry. With up to 25% of our Vegreville students possibly having to leave our schools to relocate with our families. Oh my gosh, I'm so embarrassed.
Stubbs said she was embarrassed, but I don't think she has anything to be embarrassed about. She shouldn't feel ashamed for caring about these people so much. Someone has to. We saw Conservatives of all stripes in Alberta hiding under their chairs this week when things got a little too heated for them. When the media scolded unemployed Albertans at our rally for Alberta families for not being polished enough in their language, our Conservative leaders, well, they joined in on the scolding too. But Shannon Stubbs, she took control of a committee meeting, read letters aloud from her Vegreville constituents, and fought tears for nearly 71 minutes fighting for Alberta jobs. For those people, the Liberals and the media elites treat as deplorables, disposable people with disposable jobs in a backwoods Alberta place they've never heard of and that you couldn't even pay them to visit. And Stubbs, well, she's just a rookie. And it's nice to see a Conservative politician who cares more about their people than their own pride. Conservatives, they need to be more like Shannon Stubbs. For the Rebel.media, I'm Sheila Gunn-Reid. Have you heard about our plan to be bigger than the CBC? Go to thebigplan.ca to see how you can help us.